Hello all to another episode of Soundtrack Dip. Today's going to be quite an interesting video for me because I have not played or seen anything of this series before, which shouldn't come as a shock because I'm severely uncultured. This actually comes as a request from a friend whom I know personally who watches the show. Shout out! Right, that's him right there, that's his YouTube. If you're watching, by the way, f you for suggesting this because I have to wear this hot ass suit the entire time. Wright Ace Attorney is a popular game franchise created by Capcom. Although I've never touched a single one of the games in the Ace Attorney series, it's been pretty hard as a gamer to not hear at least one of these three popular repeated phrases found in them. My very first and very memorable introduction to these games was from the Henry Stickmin collection, back before it became really huge. There's a part in the game that features very similar looking characters and game mechanics to that of Ace Attorney. Apparently others share the same exact introduction to the franchise, which I thought was really funny. This series has been sitting on my must playlist for ages, and now I have no excuse but to finally jump into it. But since I'm broke, I'm just gonna look it up on YouTube instead. Trials and Tribulations is the third game in the series, and now my first introduction to the games. I'm sure I'm missing a lot by having skipped the first two, but give me a break. I'm not going through 3 games just to talk about one fucking song here. Irregardless, this game has already done enough to get me interested in the rest of the franchise. Wow, is this an entertaining game. Again, I don't know too much about the fandom or the general reception of these games. I know that it's got a pretty big cult following. I'm only like halfway or more through this third game, and it has just been very enjoyable to watch all the fun and interesting characters they introduce. I found that while watching, I was really engaged in the actual trials themselves, but would kind of nope out for the parts in between. I was just really anxious to see another trial after the first one wrapped up. I'm not sure if these feelings are shared amongst the Ace Attorney fans or not, but if they aren't, that would make all too much sense. I'm a slow brain. Anyways, I'm losing track here. There are more pressing matters we must tend to. That shit is sexy as fuck. Diego Armando, much more famously recognized by his pseudonym Godot. Or Godo, as I'm now learning is actually how it's pronounced. Just take the fucking T off if you don't want it sounded out. God, names sometimes, man, I swear. Just a brief explanation as to who this guy is for those who don't know. Godot is a prosecutor going up against Phoenix Wright in the Masque de Masque trial. Fucking hell with these names. This guy is an absolute legend from what I've heard, and from what little I've seen of him, I can already see why. There's this layer of mystery and intrigue to him when we first lay eyes on him. No offense to him, of course. Or I mean, he can see, but he just... never mind. I've been exposed to a fair amount of the music from Trials and Tribulations, enough to understand more or less how the delivery of the songs are structured. Most if not all reoccurring characters have their own designated themes, and when there's a court case, the songs will switch depending on what the situation calls for. There's the neutral tracks that occur very often when the characters are spewing just general information, and for the revelation moments where Phoenix bangs both of his hands on the table and starts getting real, things start to get fiery and rousing. Almost even e-rousing. Oh yeah, smack that desk, baby! I'm sorry, I just love the way he slams his hands down on the desk like that. God damn it. Anyways, I digress. In Godot's case, one of the things that makes him so compelling is how chill his music is. Hearing this music, you know this man is not the least bit worried about losing this case. It's also just so different from any of the other songs in this game for me. I know I've only heard a few, but so far, this song is the only one to get a visible reaction out of me. I just started smiling the first time I heard it in the game. And personally, I don't know if others will agree with me on this, but the intro to this song is the strongest aspect. It may be from how often I've heard it, but I just really enjoy when this song just starts up. I couldn't see myself really hearing this song on a 30-minute loop like I would most other video game songs I enjoy. I don't think it's bad, it's alright, and the retroness from it predominantly being a DS game helps to give it a comforting nostalgic feel for me. I also really love the name for it. The first time I read it, I was so ready for something so smooth and jazzy, which is essentially what I got. Not one of the best songs I've heard, but it's certainly one of the best in this game. I think the composer, Noriyuki Awadari, I can't with names today. I think he did a wonderful job with this song. I think I'll give it a 4.1 out of 5 Godot Blends number 102. Why do I even have this in my hands? I hate coffee!